Hi, everybody. My name is Lindsay, and I'm a Bravoholic.
You're preaching to the choir. Bravo, bravo, bravo.
Honey, you have to stop saying that.
Bravoholics Anonymous.
Well, welcome back, Bravoholics, to Bravoholics Anonymous. I'm Lindsay, your host, and this is your weekly meeting or support group for reality TV addicts, pop culture obsessives, or people who just can't get enough of the villa. We are currently doing weekly coverage of Love Island, and I want to welcome back my co-host of the season, Janet Evans, everyone. Welcome back, Janet Evans.
Hi, I'm Janet, and I'm a Bravoholic.
Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Love Island, Janet.
Okay.
It's eating me up inside. So we said goodbye to the bombshells from Casa Amor that were not selected, and none of those were big surprises for me.
No, I mean, I knew who we were. Oh, you mean like when it was Carl, Corey, and at the recoupling?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not.
No.
I feel like one thing I really wanted Anaya to say when she was choosing was like, Casey clearly has a lot of emphasis on being picked, so I feel bad not picking him. Like, here I am to stand here and pick him today and be the woman that he needs or something like that. But I just feel like they're not able to articulate like that much.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think it went as I suspected. Besides, I had a little glimmer of hope that maybe Anaya would do the right thing.
I wanted her to so bad. I think everyone did. Literally everyone. So they escort all the bombshells out and they bring them into a holding room and they get this like live after camera footage of them just like decompressing and talking about it, which I kind of loved. And I know why they did it. It's because they asked America to vote who should come back. And I think that was like a little snippet. So America could judge like who had the best intentions. Or maybe they set it up so that people would be more inclined to send in Carl, or I don't know what the plan was. But
Yeah.
they did this cool little after thing. I feel like they're experimenting a little bit more this season with After Sun and this stuff leading up to After Sun. So this docu-style coverage when they're coming off of the elimination, I think is really interesting for Bravoholics and reality TV addicts because we are always looking to dive deeper. And in this case, it's like they're giving it to us on a silver platter. They're like, here's what they really thought about it moments after it happened.
Right. It makes it feel even more like we're watching it, even though it is a little delayed, like 24 hours, but it makes us feel even more like it's happening in real time and we're part of it.
I also really wish that they didn't have like a big camera in their face and it was like security cam style. Because then maybe we could get some
like
real
surveillance.
emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we could get some real emotional moments instead of having like, a cameraman squatting in front of them.
Right.
And so maybe next season, that's a note for producers for next season. If we could give it a shot, I think it would go really well to see people's reactions when they're kicked out of the villa.
Yeah.
Maybe it welcomes too much ratchet fourth wall breaking, but I don't know. I think it could be good.
No, I think, that makes it even more real.
And then going into After Sun, I don't know. I know I shared a lot of high praise last week for After Sun. Sierra and Teffy have been doing really good, but this one was kind of icky to me. They were like encouraging they kept chanting and trying to make the bombshells like make out with each other. And like Sierra had Carl kissing Amora. And I was like, or not Amora, the other, Sydney. And I was like, what is going on? This is so uncomfortable. It's like Dance Monkey Dance.
Yeah, well,
and it doesn't seem like Carl's like way of moving. So it felt like really forced.
I got like scared when I saw that because I was like, no, you're gonna go back and you have to be all about Anaya and like why randomly they must have just met obviously because they weren't in
and all of a sudden he's kissing her and I'm like, wait, who's this guy? And it kind of, I'll be real, it made me think twice a little bit. It made me have a hesitation about Carl
too, but it went away once he got back in. But it was
I know, but was he stepping into
character.
a character then? Like what was that? Why did he do that? Why didn't he say, I don't know, it was
maybe
weird.
He felt pressured to like like you said, Dance Monkey Dan, like perform for
The camera.
Yeah.
Gross. Let's see. I didn't think there was any major takeaways from the bombshells leaving the villa. They were all like kind of boring people.
Corey, because he seemed like I think in Casa seemed like a pretty normal guy that really had a connection with Melanie or really liked her. And then on After Sun, he, before seeing obviously the episodes of Casey in Casa, was like, what did he say? He was like, they were asking about the recoupling and him picking TT, etc. And Corey goes, yeah, I really want to give Casey his flowers. And everyone like saw that and was like, what the hell? And then he made a TikTok or an Instagram or whatever that I saw, and he was like, when you when you give someone flowers before seeing the episode, and he's like, my bad guys, my bad.
Literally it was like, I don't know, Corey seemed like a really good guy. He did.
Yeah.
But it's like, how is he ever going to get in the middle of that mess? There's no way.
Right. Did you know he's
There's
cousins with a Casa girl from 2 seasons ago?
Oh,
It was so
do you
random.
think that's how she got cast on the show?
Maybe. I don't know. She was
I know
like,
referrals in this biz is big, like between
Yeah.
people that have been on shows, like Big Brother does it a lot.
the only things I've seen about her background is the TMZ did a story that she had a couple of restraining orders taken out against her for some drama with some ex-boyfriends.
Oh
And, like,
no.
It was when she was like 17. And
Well, then she's a child. I mean,
she's
I don't know. I
25.
feel,
Yeah.
yeah, and we know she grew up like in South LA, and I just feel like you got to show a girl trying to survive in that environment like some grace, especially if she's
Yeah.
wiling out on a boy that probably crushed her heart, her little
At
teen
17, I was like, yeah, maybe nobody
Feral.
legally took any action, but
heart. Feral.
Also, I'm sorry to interrupt you guys, but she was on a Tubi movie.
no, she wasn't.
Yeah,
Wait, just
her
like
and
Bryce
Bryce.
and
Yeah.
Trinity? Oh my God.
Yeah.
She
That's so
was.
funny.
You guys, Maya's here early. Maya, welcome to Bravoholics Anonymous.
Hi, my name is Maya King, and I'm a Bravoholic.
Maya, welcome to Bravoholics Anonymous, your first ever meeting. Janet, meet Maya. I don't think you guys have met before.
No.
Everyone here is Love Island obsessed, and I wanted to welcome Maya in to talk about the OG girls on movie night. So let's just jump right into talking about movie night, okay? I'm so excited. Movie night, we got it this season. Last season, everyone was outraged that they didn't give us a movie night. And I have no idea why. Do you guys have any idea why they didn't give us movie night last year?
I mean, I feel like movie night is a little bit more exciting when you don't know if it's going to happen. Like, to be honest with you, I don't know if Sincere would have been moving the way that he was moving if he was like, this is going to be shown, you know?
That's a good point. And Sincere's the type of guy that probably just watched the most recent season of the show to get an idea and then just showed up.
Oh, right. So he's like, oh, there's nothing like this. But what gets me with that is like, oh, you don't think it's going to be shown, but you're on TV and millions of people are already seeing, and then she's going to see when it ends. I can't.
There's something that happens 2 weeks in, and I know that this show, the cameras aren't as well hidden as a Big Brother. Big Brother, they're planted in the walls, so you truly forget 2 weeks in that you're on a show. Like you start, your new reality sets in after 2 to 3 weeks. So but Love Island, there are camera teams that are moving around, and then they also do have moving pieces behind the fire pit. That giant wall with the colored cutout squares. It's like slidey, so you can slide a window out. A producer could be looking down, or a camera could pop in, or a still photographer could pop in and get a picture and close it again. But it's not as hidden like the cameras as Big Brother, but it's close. So I'm sure like at a certain point, your body can't be anxious about cameras all the time, and you kind of have
Right.
to let it go.
Yeah. Well, even Corbin, too, when he was like, oh my God, they pick up on everything. It's like, you have a
The mic is
microphone.
around your neck.
Yeah, Corbin.
Okay, you guys, I'm not gonna lie. Like, please don't hate me. He's kind of my client now. I'm sorry. After the last
No,
two
Maya.
episodes, Corbin, get behind me. I will defend you. After these last two episodes, like, I did not like him, but I'm ready to defend him at this point. I really am.
Corbin Corbin. I fell in line behind Corbin a couple weeks ago because I was like, this guy is so funny. Like
So
he's so dumb
funny.
and funny. I love
Right.
him.
So funny.
But also he does drive me nuts sometimes too. But he is the first to apologize. Like even if
Yes.
he's not gonna get into a screaming match, he'll just like roll over and be like, sorry, I shouldn't have been disrespectful. He gives all like
Right.
the buzzwords of Love Island of the season, which is annoying, but his commentary is good. Like when they were sitting on the couch at movie night and the clips were rolling out, Corbin, and even when Sincere stuff was being shown, Casey was like, oh my God.
That's how you know
Oh
it's
my
bad
God.
when Casey and Corbin, who were like talking the way they were to each other in Casa, that were like ick, you know, like it's really, I don't want to hear this conversation, but you know it's bad when Casey and Corbin are like shaking their heads and everybody. But I think also by comparison to like this last episode or maybe the past two episodes, Corbin also, I'm like, oh, well, he's not as bad as Sincere or Casey, so or Zach at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh my God, they all are their own special kind of awful. And like, Corbin's not that bad. So I'm like, all right, you're fine.
Well,
Yeah,
actually,
and
girls
I
were doing it a little too. It was like when Kenzie's stuff was going off, they were Kata and Anaya were like vocal about how bad it looked. Like I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, and I also feel like, I mean, so these are my thoughts on Corbin. Is he, a little out to lunch? Sure. No one can deny that. But I will say, and this is because my fiance and I had to like catch up for a week. So on this like Monday and Tuesday, we watched like 8 episodes. So I'm fresh. It's in my head.
It's fresh.
He I feel like was he exploring? Yes, obviously we can see that. But I felt like he was like really communicative with anyone he was in a connection with. I mean, we can get to this later, but I also really feel like Kinsey manipulated him into that kiss over like a 48-hour period. And I just feel like he is playing the game properly, like you are supposed to explore, and he doesn't lie. And I think that is my main thing. Like he's a little silly goose, but like he's very honest. Like when he was like, I meant everything I said, or everything I said was true, or whatever it is that he said. Like
I feel like he
he's
just
real.
says exactly what he's thinking. Like the second it comes into his head, he just says it. That's why when the girls walked out and he was like, oh, I guess I'm not coming back with Kenzie. Like, even though this is the thing, if Corbin explored and Corbin came back alone to Kenzie, even though he said that line, I think Kenzie would have forgiven him because I think Kenzie, at the end of the day, has truly only liked Corbin and the rest of the people she's making TV with or just
Or
looking
like
curious to hook up with.
settling. Yeah, I agree. Because I think the way that she spoke about Corbin, and it was more of like kind of, they just showed more of their conversations. And it seemed like they talked about more and obviously had the physical connection that, obviously she was just kind of trying to people please Caleb and then, or like felt like she had to because America put them together or whatever. And then Dylan,
No.
yeah,
She's
I'm
not.
like,
She's not into Dylan.
I think he's doing too much, which like is so, for anyone else, it's like, oh, he's being so sweet and like he's cute.
Yeah.
But for her, she's like, you could see like on her face when, they went upstairs and he had just like finished crying and like put his head on her shoulder and like you see her face and she's like, oh my God, like, I guess, yeah, I'm not going to explore anyone else because you cried and I don't like, I feel bad.
I know, and I felt so bad for Dylan. And Maya yesterday was like, "What? Those are crocodile tears. There were no tears coming out of his eyes." And I was like, "What?" Like I completely fell for the tears.
I did
It
too
felt
for a
very
sec.
manipulative. It felt very manipulative to me because okay, so let's be real about this. The Casa experience, those people, they really don't have a shot at the 100K. Like you really have to bring it on. And I feel like he was just like, this is my time to shine. I'm not touching that 100K. Let me get as much time as I can. And the only way I can do that is if I stay in connection with one of the core people. And so
Right.
it's just like, it just felt like after 3 days, you're crying. And like, I understand the aspect of being on television. It's rejection in general is embarrassing, but then you're on national television. But it's just kind of like, there weren't any tears coming down. It just seemed like his connection is so strong so soon with, no offense, Dora the Explorer Kinsey. Like, I just feel like it was giving fake, it was giving manipulative, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
I just,
maybe he hasn't faced a lot of rejection and he didn't imagine like the first person he partnered up with coming on
yeah,
this show, like all the excitement of it that would then reject him and choose
Yeah.
somebody else. Like
yeah,
he's probably never he's a model, he's 24 and he lives in Santa Monica and he's over 6'2". I'm sure
handsome,
he I yeah, and handsome. I'm sure he's never actually even been rejected. That might have been the first time. He's
Yeah.
worth
literally,
it.
I
literally. I
do
mean,
like,
that's so valid.
yeah,
And
I
so, like,
do.
but I don't know. Maybe it's just a man crying. I buy it. I'm always like, oh my
But
God,
he wasn't really
no, not a
crying.
man crying. No.
I do like that, even whether it was real, fake, whatever. I mean, I do agree. I think it was manipulative. I do like the reaction was sad and not angry, like we see
Yeah.
a lot. That was, if he had kind of went off on her, I would have been even more like, it's been 3 days and you guys have not had that conversation kind of thing. So at least even if it was fake, he chose to go with that emotion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess I'll give him that one little thing. But I do like I will say like when they did that like, cake, let them have the cake, whatever challenge, I like kind of was like, he's cute, he's funny, he's goofy. Like that is the kind of guy I go for, like silly goose.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the guys were like, oh, I'm not dancing, I'm not shaking cake. And then like he went out there, he was dancing. So I was
Yeah,
like, I did like that, but the crying, it was just he lost me with the crying.
totally.
So Maya, who do you think is Kenzie been into anybody? Is she just loving the love triangle storylines and like trying to get camera time? Like, what's your take on Kenzie and specifically in the lens of movie night and what was revealed to the group?
Wow. I mean, gosh, what is my take on Kinsey? I feel like I write a book. I feel like Kinsey is young. Okay. I feel like Kinsey is young, and I feel like she's insecure, as I was, when I was young. And she is the type of woman who seeks a lot of male validation because that gives her an ego boost. And I feel like Kinsey has really gotten, her ego inflated by being able to take some of these men away. So, like, do I think that she liked Corbin? Yeah, he's hot. I mean, isn't he like 6'4"? So, I mean, sure. I think that like she was probably interested in him? Of course. Like, who wouldn't be? But I do feel like, especially, she kept bringing up little things like, oh, when I was in a connection with you, you had no problem kissing Mel. And then like when her and Jen had like the little aside, and she was like, Jen was like, wow, I can't believe he gave you that heart pink pancake. And she's like, I need that. I need that. Like it gives like pick me. And then to go for Gall, girl, you have
I
nothing in
know,
common.
the fuggliest guy in
Well,
the house.
I am a personality girly, so I can't, I mean, ugly as
What's his
hell,
personality
but
though? I feel like he
nothing.
might have. I've honestly like, and this isn't a knock, but I feel like maybe he's not being open enough and telling us he has a touch of the tism or something because everything he says has to be literal. He's like, he's
Well,
like,
it's very West
he
Side
has to be literal,
fuckboy.
or if
It's
he's
very
not
West Side
attracted to someone,
fuckboy.
he's making them be literal. I don't know. It's weird.
As someone who is from LA, it's very West Side fuckboy. But anyways, it's just the fact that I think she liked the validation of being like, oh, I'm going to take all from Jen, her best friend in the villa. Like, like I really don't think she had a connection with excuse me, Gall. I think she wanted to take him. And so I feel like Kinsey is running around the show and she's in a space where she's like never, right? Like just what you said about Dylan, hot, handsome, goofy, probably has gotten every woman he's ever wanted. Kinsey is attractive. She's a pretty girl. She's from the South. Like she is desirable, like in her little bubble. So she's running around confused, like I'm so bottled blonde and I can do the splits. Like why is it everyone like chasing after me? So I think she needed
Yeah.
that validation of being like, I am still wanted, I am still chosen. So I don't know. I don't know who I don't think she has a connection because she's so busy trying to feed her own ego.
She can clam slam.
Clam
Oh my
slam,
God.
baby. I
That's
like
what
it. I honestly, I like it.
I like it because Megan Thee Stallion likes it.
I was about to say when Megan called it out, I was
When Megan Thee
dying.
Stallion talked about it on the episode, the cake episode, I was like, oh. And by the way, I loved the theming of her episode, like the whole "let them eat
Yeah.
cake," and it's all
Yeah.
like twerking, and she came out with her cheeks out, and the wig,
wig, yeah.
and the pastels. Everyone was in pastels. It looked so
Very
good.
cute. Very Marie Antoinette. Very cute.
Yeah, no, that's why I loved it. It was so cute. Okay, well, we talked about Kenzie. Let's talk about Kata. Let's talk about Zach and Kata. Movie night showed Kata, and we were all debating if it was going to show Kata, that if production was going to show Kata that the Alana was in the house, and then Kata was sitting with it, and then she was like, well, where did she go? And put the pieces together herself. And I was like, bravo, Kata, bravo. Like, I needed to see that.
You want to
see
know
her
who said
put
it
that
though?
together.
Trinity.
It
Trinity
was.
said
She's so
that's
smart.
Yeah.
she said,
She
okay,
said,
where's
"Where's the
angel
angel?
wings?
Where's the
and
angel?"
then Kata goes, you know that meme? She
Yeah,
started
yeah.
having all
Yeah.
she was like, actually, where is that angel? Actually, where is she? Zach.
Yes.
I love Kata. Kata, King
Me too.
Kata. She's my fave. I mean,
She's
her and
consistent.
Trinity.
She's authentic. I just,
She's authentic.
and I think after movie night, honestly, I think the trust is gone. I think she might leave the house with Zach, and she keeps going back to Zach, but she's gonna leave the house and see the comments and watch the episodes, and then she's gonna start to notice the things that Zach does, and it might get
Yeah.
under her skin, and it's not gonna last.
Yeah, I hope so, because she, like, deserves way better than Zach. She's, like, just a catch.
You know who should be in her DMs is Michael B. Jordan, okay?
Honestly,
Please.
honestly,
Not
I
Soul's
would
DMs,
ship
it
that.
should be Kata's DMs. Let's be real.
Yeah, and you know, honestly, I thought I was kind of disappointed. To be honest with you guys, I was kind of disappointed in movie night because was it juicy? Yes, but again, because it is so fresh for me watching all these episodes, I really thought they were gonna clear Sincere. I mean, like they did really read Sincere for Filth, but there was still more that I was thinking they were gonna bring up, and then Zach. I thought they were gonna start a little kerfuffle with the Bryce Trinity Zach love triangle, and because like remember when he was like, you don't actually have a
I wanted
connection.
them to do that.
Yeah, so I was just like, where was that? And then Kata probably would have been side-eyeing, like, okay, like, why were you doing that? Like, you know.
Why are you always in
it's
everyone's
so
business?
weird.
Yeah.
It's really
And he's
weird that he was
also-
doing that.
He's also what I've noticed about Zach is he's always the first one to come for the women as a group together and not just like,
Yes.
you know, people start beef with like one specific person, but he's always the first one to like be like, you guys are doing this and this is wrong or this is a double standard. Like it's giving
Right.
you don't like women.
Like women, yeah. I mean, honestly, like I think a lot of the guys in the UK, like you know, they're like, there's a whole thing online where it's like, is he gay or is he just British? You know, because like they have that thing where they're like, I'm a lad's lad, like I'll, you know, we go to the pub and blah blah blah. But that's not
I
what
do
this is
think Zach
giving.
is DL.
That's not what this
I
is
do
giving.
think-
Exactly.
I do think
That's not
Zach
what this
is
is
DL.
giving.
Yeah.
It's very gay
I
man
do.
to go after the hot supermodel in the house and make that your girlfriend and not even like you know what I mean? Like, and then I think he did explore with Alana in Casa Amor, and I think he was seeing if he could get to know her because he had nothing else to do. But I don't think he even likes women that much.
Yeah,
I think
and then
he truly
he-
was jealous of Trinity and Bryce, and he was literally trying to like. I don't think it was to win the game. I don't think it was like trying to strategically look at the finish line. I think he literally was jealous. And then he had to accept it when he saw that Bryce wasn't gonna
Right.
Fall in love with him.
Oh, I'm gonna, yeah. And I'm gonna actually be true to my feelings no matter what. I'm gonna take the risk and not get to know anyone in Casa. I'm gonna go back to Trinity which is how you should be acting on the show, is following your heart and against all odds. What did he say? I'm gonna die up there. Or I'd rather die up there than like not, you know, be true to myself. Oh my God.
And he was like, when Zach was like, "Oh, you think you're gonna close things off?" And he's like, "Isn't that the point?"
Yes.
Like I loved
that too. I loved that too.
that.
Isn't
I
it
love
the
that.
point? Yeah. And he didn't even say, I want to like close things off. He just went and asked Trinity this week to be his girlfriend.
Yeah.
On his birthday.
On
On
his
his
birthday.
birthday. Oh, no, on his birthday.
too?
Yeah, on his
Dude.
birthday.
And I've
What a
had
great birthday
really
gift.
bad experiences with Cancer men, like personally. So
Yeah.
when I learned he was a Cancer, I was like, oh my God, like, what are you gonna
Are you
do to
healed,
her?
Janet?
Triggered. She's
It was a little
triggered.
triggering. There's also, I don't know, I think we all are a little triggered by Sincere for like, a lot of us
Oh.
has gone through like something, but, no, yeah, I was a little scared, but he's great. He's the most
He's
emotionally
great.
intelligent person on the show. I mean, man
And I
on the
think
show.
and I think because we're talking about Trinity, I think Trinity during movie night was and has been this whole time at these group events, but like a strong and stable supporter for the women and like a voice to help them process what's going on or to defend them in the moment. Like, even though, and the boys clearly think something about it, they don't like it, but I love it. I love because we need Trinity in there making some of those
Yeah.
points. Like,
Well, she
because
needs
the other
to.
women are so emotionally volatile that they're not
Yeah.
articulating the core point, and Trinity seems to be the one that's standing up every time
Clocking it.
and is like,
Right.
that's not the point, this is the point.
I mean, I want to
Yes.
see Trinity talk to Melanie after that episode because everyone else is enabling it, and where's Trinity? We need her to talk to her and tell her what the fuck is up.
What is going on? Yeah. And also, while we're on the topic of people enabling Trinity or Melanie, what the hell was that with Anaya
Anaya,
saying,
what
"Oh
the
my,
fuck?
are
What
you
the fuck,
insane?
Anaya?
Are
I,
you
I,
literally out of your mind?"
I was screaming at the TV
Yeah.
when Anaya went and sat with Melanie and was telling her to like accept Sincere and that he really likes her. I'm like, girl, this is a boy beat you up on the playground and this is someone telling you that he has a crush on you now. Like, what the
Right.
fuck, Anaya?
Or
Yeah,
like
and it's like,
given. No,
I
you
want
go.
a public apology.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I also just like, okay, let's go back to episode one. Anaya picks Sincere at the door. Anaya likes Sincere. Every time they have their little side, like I can see it in the camera, giggling, laughing, getting all close. Like she likes him. And like, if we're being honest, KC should not have done what he did to Anaya, okay? But I have been saying for weeks now, they are not compatible. I think there was a better, more tactful way for him to go about it, but they both don't like each other. Anaya, the moment Corbin came in, my type, light skin, this, that, Sincere, obviously light skin, this and that. Like Casey is not her type. She just was not getting chosen that whole time. And I think the reason why she's pushing Mel on Sincere is because she would have stayed with him. Like obviously, Anaya stayed with KC. Like she wants Sincere, and her best friend in the villa is with him. So she's like, just give him another chance. You know?
My
Do you
jaw
remember
is on the
that?
floor.
Yeah. And now I'm
That
thinking
was an
back.
essay, Maya. That was a
Girl,
legitimate.
Detective Maya on the
We need to
case.
Yeah.
publish this.
I'm
What's the
thinking back.
puffin Scholastic? Come publish this essay. My jaw is on the floor. I'm like, wait a minute. I literally, you're talking and I'm seeing the scenes in my
Yeah.
head. It's either maybe it was an initial attraction and then it just became like she is the girl that I also think Anaya is the type of girl that is friends with her man's friends because she's kind of sporty and fun. Like I'm sure
Yeah.
like I've been that girl. I'm that girl too. Like my partner's friends will come ask me girl advice or what they're wearing or whatever, and
Sure.
I'm like the group of guys token girl that'll hang out because I'm dating like one of the guys in the group. And so I see that in Anaya, so I can't tell if it's like she developed a relationship with Sincere to get a better idea of what was going on with Casey to feel more stable, or if it truly is an attraction. Because
Yeah.
I also want to believe Anaya's smarter than that, and like watching how Sincere moves is so unattractive. It's so
Disgusting.
unattractive.
Disgusting.
I am thinking.
And
And we gave her Carl, okay? And I love Carl.
Please, Anaya, please. I remember, I think episode 1 of this, when we first started, I had mentioned that, there was a scene where Anaya and Sincere were like, she kind of like, he was getting a little giggly and she like moved closer to him and he kind of was
Yeah.
like, like getting a little flustered. And I forget what you said. I think we were like, no, like this can't be a thing. But like, I think that was before like it really got, deep with him and Melanie. So I do think maybe it started out as, they really confided in each other and had this friendship. But Yeah, I agree that I think she's been attracted to him
There's
when,
just such a cloud of mess around Melanie and Sincere.
yeah.
Like Melanie, I felt really bad in movie night watching Melanie because I was watching her on the longest roller coaster of her entire life, and it probably aged her 25 years being in this house this summer. And she has gone from like fierce angry woman to like regressed child, like scared
Ugh.
child, like asking for Anaya to hold her hand and like process what she's watching, and then balancing that she feels stupid, and like she a lot of people do think she looks stupid. A lot of people do. Same with who else was crying that they looked stupid? Was it Anaya? No, who yeah.
Yeah, she was like, I'm embarrassed, I'm so stupid. I mean, Melanie,
Yeah.
she seems like a shell of herself lately. And
Yeah.
she said, I'm drained, I don't have the energy for this.
Can she recover? Is there I feel like Melanie is does she just go home like to safety? Like what does she do here?
Yeah, I mean, so I feel okay. So obviously I feel bad for this woman. She's being embarrassed on national television. This man is lying, manipulating, doing everything in the book to her, draining the life out of her in only 3.5, 4 weeks. But I just, to be honest with you, because it sounded like at the end of last night's episode, if she chooses to stay with him, I'm voting her off because it's like you guys can do this. I was like, I'm drained. Like I'm
And she
tired.
will.
Totally.
And she
like,
will.
Totally.
like
She's a 2 day like stamina. She can go like 2 days without him, and then it's like she has to go running back, and she's already wants to let him in. I could tell by the way she was yelling at him at movie night. She was trying to punish him. She wasn't ending it. Like
Yeah.
if you
correct.
wanted an awesome fucking movie night, producers should have encouraged Melanie to dump him there. She should have came out and been like, "I've seen enough. You're single
Right.
now."
That's what
And
I
like
Right.
and literally dumped him in the moment, but she didn't do that. She just
Right.
wants him to run after her and make it better. What's make it better mean? They keep saying
Yeah,
make it better.
she keeps saying like,
What
"How
does
are
that
you going to
mean?
fix this? You can't fix the past. Like, what is he supposed to
what?
do? We don't have a time machine. Like, how is he going to fix it? I don't. If I was to say, I don't know, I'm supposed to fix it because I messed up. I don't. I think one of my friends was saying that it's possible that production, went so hard on movie night with Sincere and doing all these things that they're really trying to, because they have psych evals too, like weekly, daily, something like that. And I think maybe they're like, the only way that this girl is gonna have good mental health on this show and not completely, she's already being beaten down, and just so she doesn't completely break, is to give her every reason to dump this guy, and we're really gonna try. And
Good.
she just keeps taking him back, and
And I just
that,
don't have sympathy.
yeah,
I don't
mean,
either. It's so hard. It's
It
so
just
hard to show her sympathy. When she was the whole time she was going off about how stupid she looks, I'm like, you do look stupid.
you do,
Do.
baby.
You
You
do. The
do.
whole time I kept saying it. I felt mean doing it. And I know that there's like, I understand. I do, but I also don't understand. And I also
Right.
just want her. And the Anaya thing pissed me off so much, Maya. Like, it's an open wound in my chest. I'm like, that girl is not a friend telling you to go back to that loser with the stupid
Yeah.
hair. What is
And what
what's
happened?
happening with his hairline? It just keeps getting
It's going
tighter and
back and back
tighter.
and back and back. But like I don't know. Like to be honest with you, like everyone has their fan favorites. I like Anaya just doesn't move me. I've been saying even before the whole KC drama, I've been like, get her out of here. Like she's not giving me anything. Honestly, her and the freaking Jessica Alba dupe, like get them both out of my freaking villa. Like
she's
Oh my
just
they
God,
there.
Jaden.
Yeah.
Jaden
let
has
it.
like two brain cells. I'm
But
sorry. And
she
it's
just
not a
doesn't
blonde. It's not a
talk.
blonde thing. It's just like there's nothing
She
going
doesn't
on in there.
speak. She doesn't
The
speak. But
only
like, ugh.
the only good thing that she's done is, I feel like, she's the only one out of the Casa girls that has come in and kind of been a little chill and
Yeah.
nice to, like, there's like that photo of all the girls watching movie night, and every single girl, I don't remember what clip it was, it might have been KC's clips or Sincere's, and every single girl, including Jaden, was like, oh my god, this is awful. And
This is
then
insane.
TT Right. And then TT Parmita and Amora were laughing. And it was like, I get that, like, you guys are maybe nervous or you're laughing because you're seeing yourself on TV or whatever. But yeah.
I think honestly, maybe I'm just like mean, but I think we're giving these women too much grace. And like, as someone who is an LA native, LA girly, I feel like I fear TT has given us all a bad name. And I can't remember who it was from last season who was also from LA, who was just like a psycho. And I'm like, stop that. Because it's just like, I feel like, again, the cost of people don't have much of a chance to touch that 100K. And I just feel like TT came in with a strategy. As Lindsay stated, my girl is seasoned. She knows what to do. She knows how to play up the cameras. And she was like, I'm just going to go to, because think about it. They watched the show. She probably clocked that Casey was insecure. And she's like, I'm just going to give it all to him and he's going to invite me back. And it just like, she's a mess. And then like, I almost lost it on the couch when she started again defending the boys. When she's like, there is a double standard. I want to say, TT, where's my 7 devices? Let me log on my iPad, my phone, Henry's phone, everyone's phone, because you're out of here. Pack your bags.
Yeah, vote.
Seriously.
I mean, what are your thoughts on her?
TT is okay. I love that she came in because she is such a different like flavor from the girls that are currently in the house. She is motivated and driven, which I love. And I'm like, as somebody who's lived in LA for 10 years, like I can see the LA in her soul. Like she's like, this is the moment, gotta make the scene, gotta do the thing. You could be a Jose on the corner over here and not have any idea, never been on a show before, but you know when I say action that you gotta do something. That's more than someone in the Midwest can say. So I think TT brings that. I also think she's standing taller than most of the girls. I think Sydney was like her height equal, but a lot of the other girls are shorter than her. She's gorgeous. She's like
gorgeous.
Her posture is perfection. So like the way she carries herself and everything all adds towards this character that TT is being portrayed as on the show, and maybe as what she's embodying. I do think I don't know. I don't think she's genuinely into KC. I think she's had like 10 KCs in her lifetime, and she knows exactly what to do with him. And he's a little boy, and she's on the show.
She keeps mommying him, literally.
Like, all the faces that KC makes, I said this last week, and I'll say it again because I saw it at movie night again. When KC's having his tantrums, he makes these faces, and I used to babysit a lot of younger boys growing up when I was like 12, and they all make those little faces when they're having their tantrums. It's the same face, and I was like, that's it. Like Charles gave me that face when I wouldn't give him the candy. Like I know it. I've seen it.
I mean, Casey, okay, so this is how I think of him. I understand what it's like as a Black woman, but I'm not dark skinned, to like not be chosen. And I fear that a lot of Black men, especially dark skinned Black men, really are insecure about not being chosen. And I think that door, like villain origin story, like he held on to that. And to be honest, that's why that's what makes me so upset, because Anaya, as much as, I don't want to really defend her too much, she did keep saying to him, I'm your safe option. You want to explore Seoul, you need to do that. And he said 3 times, I do not want to be with her at all. I'm 100% in on you. And it's like he just took it way too far, because he's like, I need at least one person who likes me. And that's why when he went to Casa and TT saw that insecurity and she was giving him everything, compliments, everything, he was like head over heels, like, look at my powers. Are you insane? Like,
aura.
No, but he said powers, like, and like he just won't let it go, because he's just been it's like him and Anaya, like they've just been so rejected their whole life, because unfortunately it's just the reality of things in this world, that they just like, he just can't let it go. And like being rejected on, national television, like I think it just was too much for him,
No, that's totally so real. Let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we can talk about how the new Casa bombshells are going to be acclimating into the villa.
Oh my gosh, Kata telling Kenzie that she feels like she's
Oh
giving
my God, yes,
sincere.
that was crazy. Kata
That was
and
actually
Kenzie.
insane.
I know. I'm like, okay, this girl, like, I'm not like she's not my client, Kenzie, but like she at least like at in the moment was like, yeah, that's really shitty. Like, I feel bad. Like, she
Yeah,
was trying to give a little excuses, but she like
she
apologized,
owned
and it's
it.
like
She owned
she
it.
owned it. And then the next day, Kata's like, yeah, it was really bad. You're giving sincere. She's like,
Yeah.
oh
I
my
mean, I don't
God.
know. I think it's just like my trauma coming up because my dad was like really manipulative to my whole family. So to me, it's really hard for me to see someone do something, do something, do something, and just be like, you know what? I take, accountability. It's like,
Totally.
okay, well, that's nothing because you keep
Right.
doing it.
And that is sincere because he's like every time Melanie says anything of like you did this, that, and the other thing, and it makes me feel this way and that way, he's like, you're
Yes.
totally right. I did all those things, and is
I mean,
like
sometimes he deflects. Like, remember,
sometimes,
that's
yeah.
what I wish they would have shown on movie night was him, Soul, first of all, tearing into him. I would have loved to see that again.
Oh
But then him being
yeah,
like, "You're not an angel either." And then when Melanie's crying, remember
he's a
he goes,
Corbin thing.
"Yeah." So he deflects a lot. He's a manipulator. He's
Wait, we need to
horrible.
talk about that because I forgot that he was like, well, what about what you did with Corbin? I like paused and had to
Psychotic.
like, what the fuck? What did she do with Corbin? And then I'm like, the only thing he could have been
The
talking about
bed.
was the bed thing.
Let it go.
That was like, oh wait, and
Weeks.
also, so like, oh, the soul clips are old. Why are they showing old things? But then you're gonna
Last
use
week.
before that to, yeah, that's like something you can throw in Melanie's face. Oh my God, I hate him so
But
much.
also saying something is old when you've only been on the show for a month. What are you talking about?
Right. Oh my God, I cannot.
No,
Throw.
there's so much drama this season. It's actually kind of insane.
Yeah, and I thought like last season, I can't even remember besides like the hood of it all, like why everyone hated last season. I think it was because everyone was like influencers and but at least it wasn't like this where everyone was, so locked in right away and then
Right.
after Casa now it's just been draining.
Yeah, I don't like that. To be honest with you, I don't like that they closed off so quickly. It feels very, I mean, sure, maybe they have connections. You're also like isolated from everyone that you know, and you're all you can do is focus on this person. But it just,
Sure.
maybe it's just strategic, like how Nicolandria has really taken off. I mean, she was on Vogue
Yeah.
for God's sake. So
I
I'm
know.
like,
Rolling
like I'm
Stone.
sure,
Like, oh
yeah.
my God.
So I'm sure they're looking at it like, okay, well, this couple route might be the route. I don't know. It's at the end of the day, like, do I think yes, they're forming connections? But at the end of the day, it is still a show, and these
Exactly.
people are trying to get their shoulders up. You know?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I hope that Trinity gets some of the same treatment as Alandria, honestly,
Yeah. I mean,
because
honestly, she's a
I love
queen.
her. I love her so much.
Wait, who's
And
your
if
favorite?
Trinity, for sure,
Yeah.
of the girls, and then, I mean, yeah, pretty much just Trinity. And then
Oh yeah.
guys, obviously Bryce, Caleb,
Can I
I
just say,
guess.
Bryce really kind of pissed me off
Oh
the same
yeah.
way Anaya did. I'm like, what are you
Yes.
doing?
We were talking about that earlier. Like, I don't like I guess like this
What is the
combination with
point?
Melanie, yeah. I think I was talking to someone earlier about this that maybe both of them, like part of the reasoning is because it's getting towards the end of the show and they know that if she does stand up and dump him that like she's probably going home. But like
Right.
why do you're still gonna see her in a couple of weeks. Like why I don't that's the only thing I can
What's the
think of
point?
besides them just literally being like stay with your abuser a little bit like
Well,
it's
that's what I'm
giving like
saying.
he
What are
loves
you
you,
guys
so you should
doing?
stay. Like, no, he abused me. Like, it doesn't matter if he loves me or that's not love, kind of thing. Like,
Correct. And
I
also
can't.
too, like I feel like he probably has manipulated the entire villa into liking him. But to me,
Totally.
after that display on, and they didn't even see everything. So after that display on movie night, I would have been like, yikes. Like, I don't even want
Yeah.
to be friends. Like,
Yeah,
who knows what you're
distance
even saying?
yourself. Why is Bryce, who like you're good, or he should, hopefully, like why are you going out on a limb for Sincere?
It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
I
And I
know.
honestly want Sincere off the show.
Yeah.
I do too. I hate him. He is deplorable. Casey might have his villain entry story, but
Okay, but at least
Sincere needs to be checked into a facility and talked
No,
to.
I'm not joking. I'm
And
actually
also-
not even
And
joking.
this is where Bravoholics. I want to pitch my new reality show, Bravoholics Therapy. It's like that HBO couples therapy show mixed with reality TV stars that have done diabolical things.
And somebody
No,
get
let
Jen
me-
on there for the
Watching the show?
therapist. Jen with her
Yes.
glasses. And she was
Yes.
like, I mean, that's what I love Jen. She was clocking everything where she was like, oh, so he doesn't feel chosen because we all didn't choose him. You choosing him wasn't enough. Interesting. And then she turns back with her glasses. I'm like,
Oh.
she's so good.
She's like, and I loved like her like clocking Kenzie too, of like I would not be
Yes.
friends with you. Like honestly, if you acted like this outside of the villa. And then we didn't even talk about Gall calling sorry, I can't even say it with a straight face. Gall
Compromise?
calling her first compromise. Sincere saying emerge myself again
Emmer.
last
Him
night.
saying epitone. Him saying epitone. Come
Epitome
promise
is
though was crazy. Come
Oh my
promise
God.
though. Come promise
I
is
know.
wild.
That
Promise
is
was
crazy.
cute.
No, and like I'm sorry, in that moment,
She's a
Gall was
model.
like,
She's-
"Let me
she's-
go." No excuse, no excuse. Don't.
Jen has
Wait,
probably
don't.
been out of school since she was 15. Like she's Kate Upton 2.0.
She
and
really is.
And those glasses, like that would be me. If you told me I was going to
Loved.
movie night, like I would have came in a black turtleneck with the big
Yeah.
glasses and been like,
Might be.
Locked in.
let's watch cinema.
I love Jen. Jen is one of my clients, and I've said it from the start. She told Soul, like, keep an eye out for Sincere. Like, she's just been real the entire time. Like,
Wait.
I love Jen. I love Jen down, and I wish that she would have had more time on the show because it wasn't fair. She didn't have time to build a connection.
Now I'm thinking, is that what? Because remember when Sincere pied Jen, and it was like, where the hell did that come from? Because he was like, "You're like a fly on the wall," and I was like,
Yep.
what are we not seeing here?
wait.
Was it because
Yeah.
she like maybe Soul told Sincere that Jen told me I should be
Probably.
wary of you? That's oh my God, I didn't even clock
I mean,
that.
What else would it be?
I don't know.
Honestly,
And
I
then-
wish I was like kind of on this show because I feel like I would be clocking everything. I wish I was a producer on
Right?
this show.
Maya, why are you engaged? Why are you engaged?
No, a producer, not
Go on
not
and be
a
go on next
contestant.
season.
I can't.
Go on next season and be my instead of TT.
Oh my gosh! Imagine I'm infiltrating. I'm infiltrating
I'm
the
TT's
villa.
second cousin once removed, and I'm here.
Oh my.
Maybe honestly, our family are like my family also is like from Inglewood, so maybe honestly.
No, but you'd be a great producer. We all three of us would be amazing producers on this.
Oh my
show.
God.
A dream job, honestly.
Dream.
I don't
Like-
know. I think I could do it for 1 year, and then I would feel the ethics of it would creep in because I'd have really fun. I'd have a ton of fun making good TV, and then all I'd need is one person I cared about, like a Jen, to have a mental collapse, and I'd be like, "What am I doing with my life? I
mean,
can't hurt these people."
Personally, I've already no shade, no tea. At the place
As
I
she
already
said to me.
worked at, I feel like maybe I could do it. But at some
could.
point, it does kind of catch up with you of like, oh wait, something I just did like directly affected this person in real life. But yeah, I have some experience in the ethics of.
Janet worked for
all.
TMZ, Maya.
Oh my
Maybe
gosh.
it.
Right, but that's how the producers are, right? Because they
Yeah.
choose the storyline. They're online, obviously. They're on socials, and they're like, okay, the fans are enjoying this storyline, so how do we propel that? And like, I don't know. I think maybe Lindsay, you're just not messy enough because, girl, I would have such a ball. I would be literally, I would be reading Sincere for freaking filth if I was one of those producers. Are you crazy? Oh, I would have such a
you're
good
right.
time.
You're right.
so good.
Although
I
then
do-
again, people's crocodile tears are working on me, so maybe I'm not. cut
Oh,
out for
you have a
this.
soft heart. You have a soft. You're
I'm
Canadian.
not cut out for
You're
this.
Canadian. You need to be more American like us and just be like, I don't care.
I know. I need to channel the Lindsay that was in New York City. You know, she was gruff and tough.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Well,
Oh, you just have to
so
stop
Jen. So Jen I love Jen, and I kind of hope that like we have bombshells coming in the next day or two that maybe she can build a connection with, because she is somebody I would have on the couch. Like she's somebody I'd
Yes.
want
Yeah.
to talk about things with and actually be a legitimate friend with. When she did read Kenzie and tell her like, you wouldn't be my friend in the real world, that's something I would say. That's literally
Yeah.
something I would say. So it was so grounding for me, and I was like, nope, Jen is the one.
I just
I
realized
like her.
she's a Gemini. We actually share a birthday, which I totally forgot about until now.
She's a Gemini.
May
Oh my God.
21st.
Wow,
I'm a
of
Gemini.
course. Of
Yeah.
course.
I love that.
Of course.
I just realized when you
love
said
Gemini.
that, yeah.
Well, you're with two.
I love that. Also, Trinity and my birthday's October 16th and hers is the 15th. So there you go.
Oh my God, I'm
Yeah.
jealous.
Yeah, there you
That's nice.
go.
Guys, we all need to agree that we are going to do a Bravoholics Anonymous hangout at Bryce's first LA show.
I would love
We gotta
that.
go dance. We gotta go dance to
Please.
Bryce and see Trinity behind the booth.
Oh,
my God.
I would love that. I honestly would. I would live for that.
Same.
Okay, let's talk about the other new bombshells or newish bombshells and where we think they're headed going into this week now. So
Like
we
Caleb?
had Caleb. Caleb isn't so much a new bombshell, but Jaden is. I think Jaden could sink his ship if he doesn't move on to another flotation device. I think he's gonna go down.
Well, so they both have said, we've seen them both say to their friends that they're not really into it. So it just takes one of them to actually do something about it. But I think the only way that'll happen is if another bombshell comes in for Jaden or another bombshell comes in for Caleb. Because otherwise it's like, I mean, Caleb maybe seems like someone that might just, like he said, like, oh, she doesn't seem that into me, I would just move on. So if he's being authentic and true to himself, which he kind of seems like he is that kind of guy.
I think it would increase his clout if he went and broke up with Jaden without another option. I think
Exactly.
his star meter would go up.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
would like the honesty, especially watching how other people in the house have been moving the whole season.
Totally.
And I liked that he was able to articulate where he was like, if this was the real world, like, I would think she wasn't into me and I'd move on. Like, and I like to
Right.
hear that. I like to hear that, like, fourth wall break a little bit.
Yeah.
I do feel like for his age, I think he is surprisingly emotionally mature. Like even when Kinsey was honest and did tell him, excuse me, like, hey, I'm going to be exploring Corbin, and he goes, I am a human being. It sucks to hear, but at the same time, like, I understand this is this experience, and I do think he articulates himself very well. Also, he's cute as hell. He's a cutie.
Yeah.
Like, I love him, and like, I just feel like there's no one, like, I just feel bad. Like, I feel the same way as I feel with Mel. Like, there's really no one in there for either of them, like, that they would be emotionally compatible with.
Wait.
Well, the fans
No,
online are
no,
putting them
I
together.
know
They are.
No,
They
no.
are. They're putting
They are not
TikTok.
compatible.
I've seen the montages. Okay,
I
And
saw
they were
Janet's
hitting-
face.
Cute.
And because
I saw
he called her earlier this week. He called her Mella, and she said that she doesn't like to be called Mel. She likes to be called Melanie or Mella. And he's the
So
only
he
one that's ever called her
listened.
Mella on camera. And everyone's like, he listens, he loves her, and cue the montage.
He's
Oh
a
my
cute. Like, okay,
God.
do I think that they're both extremely attractive? Obviously, but do I think they are emotionally compatible? I don't know. From what I have seen, no. It's just like
I think
it's a waste of
Melanie-
time.
I think Melanie's showing she needs excitement. And I
Yes.
don't think she's like mentally stimulated, so that's why she's being attracted to this toxic bubble of Sincere.
She also,
She's
I think,
addicted
needs
to
an
the drama.
older- Yeah.
Yeah.
But she needs an older guy, I feel like, that, like, actually is developed, like, his frontal lobe is developed and all the things, because... And she needs someone that's kind of like a rock, like a calm. That's kind of like me and my boyfriend. Like, I'm very kind of anxiety-ridden and, like, crazy. And then he is just, like, a laid-back, chilled, like, he's literally, like, medicine. And that's what I feel like Melanie... And she does, I don't want to, like, get dark, but, like, she has the semicolon tattoo and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that this girl has, like, been through stuff, and so that's why it makes it even harder to kind of watch her crumble before our eyes. But yeah, I wish that she could find, and hopefully there's going to be all these options when she gets out, but it's not
Of course
sincere.
Janet,
there
can
will
you
be.
elaborate?
Yeah.
Is the semicolon tattoo a sign of like surviving
Right.
self-harm?
Yes.
Yes, exactly. It's like the idea is that, the sentence could have been ended with a period, but it wasn't. It continued. So that's
Okay.
the semicolon, yeah.
Okay, got it. Got it. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Helen.
It's sad to watch,
Well,
but
so
I feel like
so
there's no one for
they're
her.
not a match. I did say a couple weeks ago that I do think Jen and Caleb have a really good friendship foundation.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there is any love interest there, but maybe he's too young for Jen too, because she seems
Yeah.
quite smart and like also
I also
mature
think he's
for
too
her age.
reserved. He's too reserved for her.
Yeah.
Like, remember how she was saying, like, so honestly, Gabrielle, even though I don't know if they had an emotional connection, I do think, like, their, love language of physical touch, like, that was there. Like, she wants to be wanted.
Yeah.
Like, she wants to be loved out loud. Like, who doesn't? And I feel
Totally.
like
Yeah.
Caleb is a sweetie poo, but, like, he is more reserved, and I just don't think, again, I don't think they're compatible, you know?
Yeah.
Poor thing. Poor
Poor
thing.
thing. Okay, who else do we have that's new to the villa?
Carl,
Oh my God.
Prince Charming.
I think Carl rightfully has his guard up, and I know he said
Yes.
that, but I think I can see it. Even in the scenes where he's like making out with her and trying and like having a moment with her, I still don't know if his attraction's there anymore.
I agree. And to be honest with you, I mean, I am not really great with rejection, but like, I can't imagine going in. I'm one of the Casa boys. I'm doing all of this to show you all of this. You reject me in a nice way. She was nice about it, but you say to me, I think you're perfect, but then I'm still going to choose this insane toxic relationship. And then now you're like, praise God, you're back. It's like, no, I'm not actually back because I'm not here to be your safety net. Like, that's what it's giving. It's giving like, I couldn't have what I really wanted. So, Carl,
Now I'll
like,
have you.
yeah, and it's like he's too
Yeah.
good for that. My Prince Charming,
He's
no,
really quality. He at least he's presenting like such a quality person, and I
the butterfly.
think that if he is as emotionally intelligent as we think he is, like I would have the ick if I saw Anaya do what Anaya did.
I would be
Yeah.
done. Are you kidding? I actually am shocked that he like is on the show. Like I mean, obviously I love this show, but he just seems like not the type to be on this kind of show.
I know. Well, he could have been a cast. He could have been a cast person,
I think
like Bryce was.
He was. I
What
think
do
I
you
saw
mean? What does that mean?
Bryce
like-
didn't apply for the show. Like casting directors found him and asked him to come on the show.
Right.
Wow.
So I think I saw a screenshot of Instagram comments, like people pretty much, if you scroll to like last year in some of their posts, there is the Love Island casting person commenting publicly on their posts being like, hey, I sent you a DM. So I think, yeah, at least Carl and Bryce for sure were scouted.
I also like think that you can just go tell from their profiles. Like Anaya, for example, is somebody I'm confident applied for the show because her whole TikTok feed is her just like looking hot at the camera and lip syncing a song. Like she's like,
Right.
and I'm like, okay, that's like someone who wants to be on a reality show.
Right.
Right.
But okay, so Carl, I think Carl's great. I don't know if Carl's gonna be into Anaya the whole time. I'm worried that a bombshell could turn his head for sure. And I kind of want it to be someone that's like a totally different race. Can we get an Asian woman in the house? I know, like,
Yeah.
like traditionally,
Yeah.
can we get a Chinese girl or a Japanese girl in the
Yeah.
house? Like,
When's the last time we had that on the US? I can't even.
But I will say, because he's half Chinese, I think it would give like we're putting the two Asians
really?
together.
I didn't even
Yeah.
remember that.
That
He's
too.
so ethnically ambiguous to me. Honestly, I thought he was like Hawaiian when he first came on because he was
Right. He
given
does look
Yeah.
like
Polynesian.
part Polynesian, part
I agree.
Totally.
I agree.
But you're right. Okay, fine.
Wait,
Maybe
the
it's
other thing.
Amora. I know he's making her breakfast, but I don't think he's got
No.
chemistry with Amora.
No. The other thing though, we keep talking about like, oh, I hope bombshells come in. Isn't there only like 8 episodes
2
left?
weeks. Yeah. There's no more. I don't think there's going to be any more bombshell, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because it's like, when are we going to get to the finale?
Yeah,
What?
unfortunately.
Oh my god, it's already
Unless
ending.
they-
What the hell?
Because they're doing like tonight. wait, what day is it? Friday? Yeah, tonight is the recoupling, which boys are choosing, and then someone's getting dumped from the preview that we saw. Wait, who do we think is getting dumped? Because it seems like it's the Islanders' choice, and they're supposed to vote for the two least compatible couples. And the thing that always gets me with US and UK is nobody knows what the word compatible means, and they always, when they're showing their like discussions about it, it's always like, that's not what the question is. It's not about like who
They'll
brings
never
more to
do
the
it,
villa.
but I think Melanie and Sincere should be dumped.
They're not going to,
even
though.
know it.
I
They're
don't
not
even
gonna
know
do it.
if that's
They've
like,
got alliances with their OG cast members, but they should be dumped.
I mean, but
I
just
agree.
because the question, if it's compatibility, when they're good, they are good. So I don't know if just because he's a lying piece of shit and manipulating her and she keeps being dumb and going back, that doesn't really even mean they're not compatible. Like, I think it just means that,
Well,
like,
then
they're not.
I worry that they're gonna use Caleb and Jaden telling
Yes.
the
Yeah.
group
Yes.
that they're
Yep.
not getting on, and they're gonna use that as the excuse to dump them.
Because
I
that's, like,
agree.
kind of the answer. Yeah, like, they're just not. Or, like, who is Jen with? Gall? Is she still, like, officially
Jen's-
with him?
Jen is not
Yes.
with anyone.
Well, she's sharing a bed with Gall.
So I think she's officially coupled up because she brought him back, right?
Yeah, so it could be that too. It could be. I think it'll probably be. It's gonna be a bloodbath of the white villa member.
Oh no!
Wait,
we
I
need
don't
more.
want-
We
It
need
is. Think about it. It's gonna be Caleb. It's gonna be Jaden. It's gonna
Jaden.
be.
Oh.
It's gonna be. It's gonna.
I don't want
literally
Caleb
be-
or Jen to go home, and so one of them probably is.
Can I be honest? I think Caleb will go home only because they already gave him a chance, right? They're like, hey,
Yep.
you didn't
They
really
saved
have your
him.
time, right? You didn't have your time to explore, blah, blah, blah. So they're going to be like, okay, well, it's just not working, beloved.
And
you
Jen
know?
and Gall. It's gonna be, and then it's gonna be Jen and Gall. How many people are going? 4, 6?
No.
Well, I don't.
No,
they just
one
said
couple.
like narrow it down to like the two least compatible. So then it's probably going to be then you choose. Like they do the votes, and then it's like
It could
Caleb
be Jen and Gall, though. I don't know. It depends on who has. I don't think Jen or Gall have really tight. Jen has tighter grip, but Gall doesn't. Like I think the guys like Caleb more than Gall.
That's true, and even the girls love Caleb, so they
and
might.
The boys,
yeah,
yeah. It depends on who they're picking. Do they stay in the couples and they all decide, or are they going to do girls
then-
group, boys group?
And then the Casa girls are going to want to save
Janine or
Jaden.
whatever.
Jaden, yeah. Sorry, girl.
Honestly,
Jessica
I know
Alba.
yeah. I mean, I hate to say it because she seems nice, but she's not giving me anything. Like, I just don't know if she's meant for reality TV. Like, she's like it. I'm sorry,
She's a
baby. Like,
background girl. She's a background
she's so
girl.
sweet and nice though. But I'm just
Sure.
like,
Yeah.
girl.
Totally.
Yeah. No, she's gonna have a really good life, you guys. She's gonna marry a billionaire.
I mean,
And
honestly,
she's gonna
probably.
Be quiet and ornamental piece in his home, and it'll be fine. It's good. Whatever. I'm not worried about her. Okay, wait. What's the guy's name that cried that I felt bad for? Logan,
Dylan.
Riley, Landon, Dylan.
Don't. I mean, he does give a Logan. If his name was Logan,
Exactly.
I
I'd be
call
like,
him
that's
Landon,
it.
Logan, Riley. What's his name?
Dylan.
Like Owen, Dylan. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Dylan. I feel like he's with Kenzie, and because Kenzie's like an OG girl, he might be safe. But
will
I
be,
also
yeah.
don't think Kenzie wants anything to do with him. Like,
No,
She
is
does
she just gonna fake it the rest of the season? She's like, well, damn.
she's gonna have
Or-
to because
Yeah.
she's already
What
owned
else
up
is she
to
gonna do?
it, and
There has
yeah.
to be one more round of bombshells that come in.
I'm
I
gonna
would
be
hope
honest
so,
with you
but I
guys.
don't know.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If Kenzie does any more exploring, I fear the Islanders return on her because they're sick
They're
of it.
already turned on her. They're already
Yeah.
sick of it.
So it's like even if a bombshell, let's just say it really is Kenzie's type. Who knows what that is? But let's just say they actually are
They really go
compatible.
find him this time.
They like she can't. I'm sorry, but she just can't explore that. She can't because everyone will be furious, especially after she already told Dylan like I'm done exploring. Like
Yeah. Yeah, they've taken Dora's backpack away.
Oh, backpack.
Oh my god.
Kenzie, no swiping. Kenzie, no swiping.
No, yeah.
Oh,
my
poor
God.
girl. This is I've never had a roster. Oh,
I know.
Liar,
What?
liar, pants on fire.
I know.
Maybe she hasn't, and she's just genuinely excited to have this opportunity. Like,
Well, yeah, I
no.
will say, like, I do believe that she's never had one, and maybe that is why this went the way that it
messy.
went, because she has no idea what the fuck she's doing, and she doesn't know how to handle it. I'm not excusing it at all, because there is a way to handle it, but
Right.
But
yeah.
also, it is weird to have this many people and they're all living together. They're sleeping in the same room.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, let's talk about the owl over. Okay, first off, what the hell? Why isn't Sincere sleeping up in Soul Ties? Why is Melanie going
Because
out?
he's a
and
horrible
sleeping outside?
person. He's
Somebody
a horrible person who
literally
doesn't care.
told him.
That
Yeah.
alone would make me dump his ass. I'm like, no, you're the shitty man. You have to be on the couch. You are
You
outta here.
lied.
Get out.
You're in the wrong. You need to
You.
sleep outside.
You
That
literally
owl was
had
just staring
someone
at us.
tell you.
Owl. Honestly, I would have loved the owl watching me because that means there's no rodents getting by. But she didn't
True.
like it and she moved. I was
You know
like,
why
"Oh."
she didn't like it? Because it's her ancestors telling her to dump this man,
I was
and
thinking,
she was
literally
like,
like, this is. Someone's
she was like, "Get me
sending you a
away!
sign, girl."
I don't want to hear it. I can't hear it. You're scaring me. You're scaring me, Melanie.
You're scaring me. Yeah. No, but like in like Japanese lore and stuff, like owls are spirit guides, and literally that's what I
Yes.
thought. I was like, that was her ancestors mustering up
Telling her.
all up. They were like, girl, that is enough.
Right.
Like at some point,
And she was like, no, I'm going to go sleep over there.
She literally said, "I don't want to hear it." Oh my god.
she's gonna get back with him. It's just, it's
She
really
already
sad
is.
to see.
They're already, I know it. They're already back together.
Well,
like
you
the
could-
pouty, when they were sitting together on that couch, just pouting together.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they're not going anywhere.
And the way
Like,
that she
this is-
said the whole, like, well, the only way you're going to learn is by losing me, the way she said it was very, like, hypothetical. Like, this would be
Yeah.
the way that you would learn, but this is your last
But you have to
chance,
fix
or
it.
whatever.
Get your tool belt out. Like, what does that mean?
Also, you can fix it. It's just insane. I mean, we've already talked about it, but it's just, I can't with them, and I want them gone. So I hope, like, I really hope that
I
they
hope
choose
they're
them.
eliminated.
I hope they choose them because, you know what, honestly, you guys continue this insanity outside of the show because I don't want to see it anymore, you know?
Agreed.
I really feel like the only people that are truly compatible that are currently in a couple on the show is Bryce and Trinity.
I agree.
Yeah.
But people
Because
online
no
think
one-
it's fake.
Even okay, well, hear me out. I don't think it's as fake as Nicolandria. I don't think it's. I think Bryce and Trinity are what Nicolandria wishes they could be. And I was the number one skeptic. Janet can say this. I was the number one skeptic of Bryce and Trinity the first few weeks this was going on because
And I was day
he's been in
one.
the industry a long time. He
Right.
knows what he's there to do. He knows what, he's just been around. He's been around. And so I was like, oh, I think he's just doing the interracial thing so he can be like the new
Right.
Nicolandria, blah, blah, blah. But now that I see how they connect and how they look at each other and how they lean into each other and how they really want the best for each other and everything I'm seeing in the edit at least is giving authentic now. Even if it's a bond that came from another place, like even if this bond started as, okay, we're allies and we're not going to get kicked out of the house because we're in a couple. And then they explored a little bit and then they came back together and like, okay, well, maybe I should like give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe I do
Yeah.
like you. And then it became, oh my God, we're trauma bonding and we're
Yeah.
connecting because we have no one else and we actually kind of do like each other and now we love each other. Like, I'm not judging how they got there, but I think they are truly compatible.
Yes.
I agree.
I
But a
don't
lot of
think they're
people
all
online don't like
compatible.
them. A lot of people online say it's fake. They're there for the 100K. Which obviously, I mean, who
We're
isn't?
going to get it.
Right.
Vote. My vote. Give
The
them
thing is-
100K then.
With the internet too, like everybody, it's like the literal one positive loved up couple that we have, and then everyone's gonna say, "Oh no, it's fake." Like, love does exist, guys. Like, negative. The internet is so negative, and like, and I get like, I was so negative too before I met my Bryce, and
Oh,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, and now you have him.
I fell for it. If it is like they are faking it, then like give them the Oscars because I've fell
Literally.
for it
They're
before
not
they even.
good enough to be acting.
I've seen the
And-
Tubi.
No,
I've seen
they've
the
both
Tubi
been in the
clip,
Tubi.
girl. No,
Exactly.
no, it's not happening.
Exactly. No.
It's not happening.
I don't literally. Can you guys think of anyone else that has compatibility that's a couple right now?
I mean, no one's voting for them but Corbin and Parmita. It's ChatGPT and Alexa. Like, they literally are compatible as hell. Like, they're compatible as hell. Is anyone going to vote for them to win? No.
Right.
But, like, they are compatible.
That
You're right. They're a perfect
conversation.
Miami couple. They're just
Yeah,
Miami
go.
himbo and bimbo together.
Go be
last
free.
Last
Sync
night,
up.
that conversation,
Sync up.
she was she was like, I feel like I want to like get to know you better or something. It's like, yeah.
And then
Learn
he goes,
me. When they
and
were
then he
sitting
goes-
together, she goes, learn me. And he goes, I know you. And she's like, you don't know me. He's like, I know, I don't know you. And
valid.
And then she's like, and he's like, I know that you're really close with your siblings. And she's like, yeah, they're like my babies. I'm the eldest. And then he's like, and then she's like, okay, kiss me. I was like,
Yeah.
that was it. He learned
like-
her.
No. Well, she was like, let's talk about something deep, meaning she meant like, let's have a meaningful conversation. Let's not just like have a sexual attraction. And he goes, I don't just have deep, dark secrets I can pull out.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about, Corbin? Like, that's not what she asked you. I love him. Honestly, I'm sorry. He has really won me
No,
over.
I
He
do
is
too.
so funny.
And at
I
least
would
he
check his
is
feet for
honest.
lead, but I love him.
Yeah.
Is he a silly goose? Fine. But he's not hurting anyone. Like, there's nothing wrong with not being the smartest person in the room. You know, like, you're fine. You're on a reality TV
know.
show. You know.
I know. I just feel like we've all been with the himbo sexy guy who's like just doesn't stimulate you mentally, but he's like so good for everything else, and you're just like, that was my pandemic relationship, and it's so hard to like. But eventually you hit the line, and you're like, okay, I can't do this anymore. Like my brain is mush.
Not Parmita, though.
They're
That's why
like,
they're
that's
so
all
compatible.
she needs. Yeah.
Yeah.
They can work out together.
No, they're gonna
say-
win.
Okay, you're right. That's a good compatible couple, but they can't be kicked off.
No, I feel like
Corbin
enough.
is too much friends.
Yeah, enough people I think aren't thinking as like intellectually and deep into Corbin as we are. They're not analyzing it, and they just saw like what they saw in Casa or like whatever, and they might just. I don't think enough people are going to vote for him, kind of thing.
To win.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I would never
Not
vote
unless
for him
there's
to
some
win.
kind
No.
of like protest. Unless they're, like,
me.
protesting.
I fly down there with my
She's like, I think Corbin should
With
win.
the flag that they had on the Empire State Building, the love
Yeah.
trumps the
That's
power.
you.
Oh my god.
Oh, they're not winning, unfortunately, but they are compatible. But at least they live in the same city, you know, like
Yeah.
Kata and Zach. Let's just say they want to explore. How are you gonna, or like not explore, but you know, explore each other outside of the villa, UK and New Hampshire? Hard. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, unless
Everyone
they all
moves to LA
I was
after
gonna
Love
say.
Island. You know that, right? Like everyone moves here after.
But do you
Most
think
people.
like Kata's such an East Coast girly? Like she's so East. Like when I think of an East Coast person, she is like the epitome. She's the epitome. She no,
Epitome.
no, but seriously, she's the epitome. She is the epitome of like an East Coast girly, and like I don't know, like I don't know if she would
Yeah.
thrive here.
Yeah.
I think she'll come out for at least 6 months to do all the endorsements and
Yeah,
that's true.
modeling.
the media, the press junkets.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess it'll all depend. Then she'll probably come do 6 months in LA. She'll go spend time in the UK with him, spend a month over there. Then they'll break up.
Yeah.
Right. It's just too much. It's
like-
just too
like,
far.
Like I loved it when Kata was like, "That's his family cat. It's not even his cat."
Yeah,
Like, when
bitch,
you-
that's your family
She's
cat.
so
You're not a cat
real.
dad.
King Kata, she's real. Like when she was like, ooh, she was there. Ooh.
Yeah, she was there. Oh.
Or then,
love
or when
her.
they were like, "You guys are attacking," and she's like, "I'll do it again." Like, I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
love her. I really
love
like.
her
she's
too.
she's East Coast. Like, she's real.
Yeah.
Like, she's really like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck, and I will say what I have to say. Like, I love it.
What did
I
I,
want
say?
her to get the Maura Higgins treatment. Like I want her to be on Traders. I want her to be hosting After Sun. Like I really love Kata.
Me too.
I want her to be a model. I want her to
she-
be walking runways. Like,
She is
she's so
legitimately a
stunning.
model, and it's
Yeah.
insane that she's not a model. Like I can't.
Yeah. The
That's
face
what I'm
card
saying.
is
Like
crazy.
Maura Higgins, like treatment, like she after Traitors, she's been doing red carpets and like high fashion, they're putting her in everything. Like do that to Kata, put her in everything.
Totally.
I mean, all the girls on the show could be like that, but just Kata seems like a '90s superstar,
Yeah.
international supermodel. Like she's got the tiniest fucking waist I've ever seen. She's literally a coat hanger with a gorgeous face. Like
The
you
face
could
is
just drape all the
insane.
clothes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Ugh.
okay. Well, I'm excited for this week. I think that they're going to bring in bombshells, you guys.
I hope
think that they're going to
so,
do
but-
something to spice up the last 8 episodes because we can't just watch them cycle trauma until the end. Like that's going to be
Ugh.
boring and stupid. They're going to have to do
Seriously.
something. Every year,
Literally.
this time of year, I'm hoping that they introduce like a surprise twist and they open up a second villa and they're going to merge the villas or something, but they never do it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, or do you guys watch UK or no?
Yes, I'm watching UK.
Can you imagine, like, this is like, if they hypothetically merged, I feel like it would just be so insane. Because, like,
Yeah.
I feel like those,
So
I mean,
good.
good, but, like,
Yeah.
insane. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like, Kinsey
We've
would
been-
probably
That's what
be
I'm always
validated on
hoping
her
for.
blonde. Like,
Oh,
you know, like, it would
100%.
be wild. And I don't know. It would be crazy.
That's what we're
Simba,
thinking.
imagine Simba versus Sincere. Sheesh, that would be crazy.
Simba is on my last fucking. Oh my god, it's been a roller coaster.
His name
I love
is
His name is
Simba.
Simba.
Well, that's because
Oh my-
Simba is like what Disney always does, like so they're not like racist. Like they're like, okay, what is the third most popular name? Like, you know, if it's in Mexico, they're not going to be like
I do that.
Jose. They're like Fernando. Like, you know,
Yeah,
so like
yeah, I
Simba
know that.
in
Oh.
Swahili is very popular.
Popular.
Simba's So,
Got
anyways, he is honestly extremely attractive, but like a psycho. So
No, his reactions to thing are such red flags. Like to Mika saying, "Well, you're caught up, right?" With UK.
not all the way,
Okay.
but I did because I'm on socials like every second of my life. So I
Okay.
did see him.
I just
come
don't want to
back from-
spoil.
Don't spoil. Or just
Okay.
spoil it. Who cares?
No
I'll watch it.
spoilers.
Well, no, it was before Casa. Before Casa, when he asked
Okay.
Mika to go to the hideaway, and she said no, and this
Yeah.
guy was like cut the conversation short and was like okay, like, and gave her a hug, and then like he's walking away and is just talking to himself, and it's like, and then like starts talking to one of the other girls, and why'd you go up to a girl too, and was like,
Yeah.
this is bullshit, like blah blah blah, and it was like really scary, like
Yeah,
girls
I
can
mean,
say
like,
no.
and this is the thing too. Like we have to talk about cultural differences, right? So like how Zach, like there was like one little one-off where he was talking about like he was like he's British, he's polite, like he's not used to like Kata being an East Coast girly, just like saying what it is. Like Simba is African, and like it is more of like a male dominant thing. So he's probably thinking like, who the hell do you think you're talking to? Which is not. I don't
Totally.
agree with it. I don't agree
Right.
with it. But I'm saying
Right.
like it is just a cultural difference. Like you
That
know,
makes
like
sense.
he's probably thinking like, why are you not bowing down to me, Lion King? Lion King.
Lying.
Yeah. Hello, light touches. Hello, light touches.
yeah, exactly.
Now I'm gonna have like nightmares picturing like a Sincere and Simba.
I want them.
Imagine them
want
having
that.
a one-on-one therapy convo with each other with their metaphors and
Oh
their.
my god.
And Sincere going like this every 2 seconds. I freaking hate when
Yeah.
he does this. Where he's like, oh, I hate
He's
him.
like, well,
I hate him too. I want him to be tortured on national TV now.
Not tortured. Okay, wait.
Tortured.
Do you guys like look at their first looks on social media?
sometimes.
Okay, so the one before this last movie night, and I thought they were gonna play it in the show, but like when Sincere is talking to Anaya, the background, you know how they do those like overly specific songs? So the background when he was talking goes, I'm a stone cold liar. I like to manipulate. And I was fucking
Oh my God.
screaming. I was screaming. And I thought they were going to put it in the actual show, but they didn't. And I
That'd
wish
be
that they had.
wild. That's wild, though.
What was
That's a
that?
crazy promo song. Some intern chose that for the
Yeah.
edit, social media coordinator.
I think it's like
And,
AI. I think it's like AI. It's like
They're all
it's just
AI songs?
It's just too specific. Like that one,
Right.
like when they were at the fire pit, like everyone stand up, and it was like stand
Stand-
up.
Stand up. I can't.
my I know some people that do make a living off of this stuff, and what they do is they know that these things sell to reality shows, so they write like 2-minute songs or a minute and a half long songs that fit like the certain sounds of songs that they like pop music or whatever.
Right.
And then they put lyrics in like that fit the show, and they sell them cheap on sync. So they literally make their living.
We should do that. We should do that.
I don't know how
Because
to make music. I can help with the lyrics, but I don't.
I just feel like who makes a song saying I'm a stone cold liar and I like to manipulate? Like, that just seems like I mean, like,
Cold liar.
and it's
like a
rock.
musical
It's like, I'm a
song.
stone cold liar.
God.
Like, it
Should
was
I
like
write
crazy.
Love Island the musical? Should I write Love Island?
I
the
will write it
musical?
with you. I will write it with you.
Maya,
Oh.
we're doing it.
I
One
will
weekend.
write
We're gonna
it.
pound it out in a weekend.
Girl, you know I'm a
Please, and just-
musical theater girly. Like, my
Right.
mom and I love, yes. It'll be
Cast
like
me.
Hamilton.
Bravoholics Anonymous first
Hamilton
ever
meets Love
theatrical release. Love Island the musical.
I think we actually
I would
like.
love that.
I am not even joking. I literally think that we should do it because if anything, it would just be fun and funny. But like, I
If
really
anything
think we
for
should
Hollywood Fringe next year, it would be genius.
do it. Girl,
Please.
Yeah,
during
we're
the
gonna
summer,
get off
during
one
the
and we're
summer
gonna talk about it. Yeah, this summer. It's our summer project because we need another
yeah.
project.
we do. We do.
Okay, well, you guys, it has been so much fun talking about Love Island with you. I want to thank Janet Evans and Maya King for joining me on this week's meeting of Bravoholics Anonymous. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Maya, you're a natural. You got to come back.
Oh my gosh, it's
are
just
a
like
natural.
finally the ADHD, it has paid off. Like, that's what I thought when I started doing my cozy streaming. I'm like, finally a job where I can talk for 8 hours uninterrupted without breathing. Like, finally.
Tell the audience where you can find you. Tell the audience
Oh,
where you can
yeah.
find you and everything.
Yeah, so I'm going to be going on to Twitch, but I just stream right now on TikTok. So I do like cozy gaming content like Disney Dreamlight Valley, I do Animal Crossing, all that, and I just do like build tutorials and how-tos, and it's fun. Reviews.
I love that. That's amazing. I'll link all of your stuff below so people can click and find you. And then Janet, you'll be back next week, I hope, to talk more Love Island.
Of course. Always.
And of course, Janet's socials are all below too. Follow her. She's been talking a lot more since you've been covering the show on TikTok. I've been noticing.
Yeah.
And I'm loving it.
Thanks.
And later today, you're going to be checking out Gall's Coffee Shop, right? And you're going to give us a little vlog.
I'm literally like a few blocks away from it, and as soon as we hang up, I'm gonna go check it out.
Shoot a vid.
Wow.
Show
I
the
will.
Bravoholics what's going on in there. Go slow. Pan
Yeah.
the room. Find his ex-girlfriend that he co-owns it with. Okay? And we'll post it on socials. You guys,
Deal.
we'll see you at next week's meeting. As always, keep your champagne cold and your taglines iconic.